Hi there. In this video I'm going to show you how to convert, well, basically any old battery operated lamp that has a standard bulb in it to a LED lamp or flashlight, or depending on what you need. As long as it's battery operated and has a standard bulb in it, we can kind of convert it to LED. For example, this one, my daughters really like it for AAA batteries, but it drains them extremely quick. So basically found a way to open it up, this little mushroom, and obviously in it an old bulb, which is a power hungry and inefficient device. It not only creates light, it also creates a lot of heat, and that heat is basically wasted energy for us. We kind of need mostly light in here. So this little guy comes out, being 4 batteries, 1.5 volts each, because they are alkalines, not lithium or something else. We are talking about standard 1.5 volt batteries. Well, we are here at 6 volts. Having said that, I just knew it, that if there's a demand, somebody thought about it beforehand, and a product should exist. Started searching for, this is an E10, I think, so Edison number 10 thread on it, base, I don't know how to call that copper part. So E10, 6 volts, 300 lumens, white, LED bulbs. Again, if you have an idea, most likely somebody already had it, and also you can find the product online. These things, depending on what you buy, there are two variants. Either you buy ones with really low light output and then the batteries will last forever, or you buy ones with really high light output, and then the batteries maybe will drain just a bit slower than this, but you will have a lot of light. So depends on what you want to do. A lot of light, much more light than this could ever make, or light about the same as this one and much longer runtime. These batteries most likely are quite drained, so hopefully they will be able to light these thingies up. This is kind of the info. It's basically a no name. I don't know in theory for automotive, but I had no idea any cars have E10 lights in them. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I found them, I bought them. And this will obviously work for old flashlights. You pop one of these in. There are even the other type that don't have a thread on them. I don't know exactly what model they are. Bayonet socket, I think, and just plug it in and rotate it. They have a pin or 2 pins on the side. Rotate it and it's working. So anyway, take it out. Let's see what can we see in it. It's a resistor, current limiting basically, and presumably that's about it. Maybe 2 LEDs in series on one side and in parallel with the other side, which also has 2 LEDs in series. I'm just guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing again. Hopefully. And no, the batteries are much too drained. I must bring new ones. Be back in a second. You know what? This pesky thing is still not working. I'm going to try with the old bulb, but I don't think that's the problem. Most likely problem, my daughters maybe dropped it, or something else happened to it between when I decided to change the bulb to a LED one and this moment when this actually arrived. Changed the batteries, but no, those were actually gone, but put some various assortment in here. So I'm going to open it up, or actually no, maybe just measure in here first time and see if we get some power. Absolutely no power whatsoever. When I try to press on it, nothing actually happens. Let me see if I can. Nope. Be careful if you are doing this. I have my tips covered with long exposed tips. You can short something out. So yep, the big tech says no voltage in here. So pokey on the inside and see what we get. I think that we have 3 screws under this little feet. Let's get to them. Did a little pokey and here we don't seem to have a voltage. And this is moving like it's not connected to anything. So why is that? Isn't actually the battery reaching it? Oh man, Chinese design. Awesome. And we're back in business. Let me show you with the old bulb. Is this actually gone? Oh man, the old bulb is actually gone. Weird. Yeah, it seems to have a break in it. Maybe it broke when I played with it. It was, yeah, this is working. So yeah, it's this simple to convert something like this. Basically, buy a LED bulb, put it in, throw any batteries in there, and this thing will work. And some report that bulbs like this are way less affected by the voltage compared to this. So they will work up until the batteries are way more drained. And it's back together. And I just want to point out, I probably also wrote a text at the beginning of the video somewhere. Many people will say, man, this is a dumb video, a video to show changing a bulb. Yes, it's the idea behind it. A lot of maybe older people will not think that somebody actually invented a LED replacement for a standard tiny bulb like this. They know about big lights for your house and stuff like that, but they maybe never thought, something like this. And up to a point, honestly, I actually threw away, put it in the recycle bin part of it because it was recyclable plastic, a brand lantern flashlight at a point because it had a bulb like this and it was draining the batteries, not making much light, and I said I could convert it to LED, but myself actually putting some LEDs and making electrical connections with wires and soldering. But that was a few years ago and I literally didn't think of this at that point in time. So this has somehow made me create this video. If I didn't think at that point in time, maybe others didn't. Because these days, yeah, this is good quality. These days you basically buy a new light if one fails, but in an old one you could actually only replace this, although the LED ones will last much longer than the standard ones. So there's that. Yeah, again, a weird video, I know, in the minds of some, but for others this could be really beneficial. And now I need to call my father and see if the flashlight that I played around with when I was a kid still exists. A metal one, presumably Chinese made or something like that, in the days that they still made good stuff. Let's continue the video. Bought some other bulbs that should be working at 3 volts, and I think one of them at 4.5 volts. But because I bought them from China, what is what? Absolutely no markings whatsoever on them. So I don't know what to replace this incandescent with. You even see its delay in starting and shutting off. That's highly inefficient and drains battery and creates a lot of heat. Okay, no clue, no freaking clue. Yeah, maybe anything on these ones? Absolutely nothing. Any way to tell them apart? Nope. So I'm going to start my power supply, the PicTech, and see if any of them is able to start at a lower voltage than the other. Oh, so this one is starting at 3 volts. Positive at the end. Okay. And draws 0.74 amps. 0.074. So 74 milliamps basically. So this thing, if it doesn't want to start, this should be the 4.5 volt. That's what would make sense, yeah. And these two other are the 3 volt. Nice. I will write on them, but now let me go to 4 volt and see if the others started at least 4 or they really want 4.5. No, start at 4, but are quite dim. So let's say 5. Overvolt a little bit. Much brighter. Okay. So I guess we have our answer. These are the 4.5 volts. Yes, obviously I can go to exactly 4.5. That's no brainer. I was just being a bit lazy when I went directly to 5 volt. Full brightness. Okay. So I guess we have our clear and definitive answer. I will write on the bulbs themselves and get back to you. Let me take out the batteries, at least actually both of them. I think these are D cells, the big ones. And also remove this and proceed as you would change the battery. This is really old and kind of weird, but hopefully I have the proper bulb for it, because now that I see it, I might have the wrong type of bulb for this thing. Not really sure if it will actually work. I was sure that this is the normal type with screw-in bulb. It seems it's not. It's this stupid type that doesn't have anything on it. No, this will not work because it needs to touch on the edges of it. Damn it. That's freaking dumb. Does it reach the end? It does reach the end, so I would need something to come out and make contact just with this. Hate it. Okay. I put the bulb in, put a bit of this type of aluminium sheet. It's from cover from various containers. I keep some of this around just for this kind of use cases. So it should be making contact with the side of the bulb, and when I put this in, it should be pressing it properly in there. Made sure this fit just right in here. This was already cracked, so I did not crack it. As you can see, this aluminum right here is a full circle, so just by pressing the bulb in it, it did not freaking spread. But yeah, it is what it is. I could actually try to glue it back in place. I will see about that, but now I want to see the bulb going, so hopefully something like this will make sure it has a contact in there. Most likely it should have one. Let's see if we can power it on, but obviously buy the proper type of bulb for your use scenario. I did not check that this is the wrong type. And yeah, as you can see, or you cannot see because this is not making proper contact, the button itself, not anything else, this is working. But this damn button, I want to show you, this is damaged, so this is not sitting in its proper position. Or this isn't making good contact. Yeah, something isn't making good contact in here. I need to figure out what. This is old, it needs to get cleaned first. maybe I just need to put a bit more of that foil. Again, get the proper bulb. But in terms of consumption, this thing is 0.5 amps. So this draws 2.4 volts. So I could actually search a 2.4 volt LED bulb of this type to properly replace it. Now I just put it in there for you to see that it can work. And this actually draws 1.2 watts. Let me calculate for this one how much it actually draws. So yeah, 0.225 watts. More than 4 times less, about 5 times less than the incandescent bulb. You can buy a LED bulb that uses more power than this, and then you will have more light than the incandescent, but you will not have that much more runtime. With this one that we have in, we will have about 5 times longer runtime of the batteries compared to the incandescent. And the weird thing is that I actually saw a lot of LEDs of this type when I was buying, but I wanted this type. I was sure we have this inside. I was wrong. Anyway, they are good for other projects. So yeah, that's about it for this thing. You can properly replace this without any issues whatsoever, but you do need to clean it. I need to clean the glass itself, whatever. You can choose between more light and use the same power as the incandescent, but have 5 times more light, or have the same type and power of light as the incandescent, but use 5 times less power. In that case, you will also have 5 times more runtime out of your simple batteries in here. So for me, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Switch these things to LEDs and use them for a good while more. And the other one that I show in the video that I converted, daughters are still playing with it and they love it, and it just runs and runs and runs and runs on those tiny batteries, because that particular LED bulb uses barely any power at all. So that's freaking awesome. That's about it. Hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one.